Welcome, food travelers, to an episode here in Seattle. In this episode, we're headed to a restaurant called Mizu's Japanese Steakhouse. This location is actually the Renton location. It's a pretty new location right off 405 highway, and it's about, let's say, 20 minutes from Seattle, I would say. And they actually have multiple locations. They have a location in the Covington area and the Gig Harbor as well, from what I saw on their website. And talking to the staff here, they said this location was originally in the South Center Tukwila area. So if you're not really familiar with Seattle, Tukwila is kind of south of the airport area, and it's about another like 10-15 minutes from this restaurant location. And it's kind of interesting, Simon, seeing how all these Sharis locations are being transformed into Japanese restaurants. Like this one is the Misu is becoming was once a Sharis location, and we had another episode that we released that was also a Sharis location before.
Yeah, Micah, we discussed this, and I mean, it's nice to see because it's better than to have them abandoned buildings, and it's nice to see that they're getting repurposed to something. In this case, it's a teppanyaki place. The prior place, as you mentioned, Micah, a place called Sumo Sushi, and it was an all-you-can-eat sushi place, and that place was also, like you said, a former Sharis that has been repurposed into a new restaurant.
Yeah, so when we got here, we actually got the dinner for two, even though we showed up here for lunch. And it was interesting too, because I thought, okay, well, we're here for lunch, but it's pretty empty in there. I think when we showed up, there was only one other party just finishing up their lunch and leaving for the day. And it was kind of nice though at the same time, because then you feel like you had the whole place to yourself. And having this dinner for two, it came with this fried dumplings, and it came with soup and salad and the filet mignon and shrimp and fried rice.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, there was a group before us, and then we came and sat. They left, and then actually when we finished wrapping up eating, another group came in. So it's almost like they timed it so we can have the whole place to ourselves. But yeah, the gyoza was actually really nice. The crispiness of the outside was done really well. For me, that's one of the most important things for me eating gyoza, is having that nice crispiness. And then with of course, the whatever meats or vegetables you have inside. So that was very well done, was especially with the texture with that. I did enjoy.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I actually been to a teppanyaki restaurant, Simon. I don't know about you, but I would say probably at least a decade for myself.
I'm there with you, probably even a little bit longer. It's probably been at least 15 years, if not more. So it's been definitely a while. Definitely interested to do, and I was actually happy that we did try it again because it has been so long, and just to kind of see if there are any changes with kind of the process of what everything is doing. It's pretty close to how it's been, but you know, of course, there's always new talent and new cooks and everybody coming through, so that's always fun to watch.
Yeah, so I thought the process was pretty similar to my experience in the past. I kind of expected more, I guess, flair nowadays. Now that it's been around, you kind of want to see more flames and I guess more tricks by the chef itself. But I guess that also comes with time and how long the chef has been here. I feel like the chef that we got, he's a little bit on the newer side, and he's not doing as many tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, as you kind of see in the video, as you work with the egg, one of the things that was the most common is for a chef who's been doing that for a while, they'll do the eggs where they'll actually flip the egg in the air and they'll catch it on their spatula and actually crack it in half, and then have the egg kind of leak out, and you make whatever drawing or whatever it is that they want to do. And in this case, you know, you could tell he had the skills. He wasn't like brand new, as in he's only been doing this for a little while, because those things that he was doing was not a skill that you can just do overnight. But you can tell that there was a little bit off. You know, overall, of course, his performance was great. One of the things that I did kind of pick up on, Micah, was as he was cracking the eggs, we kind of get some shells kind of left over, and that's something, at least I found, that always a little bit more rare for those who've been doing this for a long time, that they don't kind of crack the eggs and leave the shell there. So you saw him kind of cleaning it up, and of course, you know, he was very professional in doing it. He wasn't making it, you know, obvious, and so In that case, you got to give him a lot of respect for him trying to not make it obvious, saying, okay, this is what I'm taking out.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting watching him crack the eggs and then taking a part of the eggs out, the egg whites at least. I'm not entirely sure why he's cutting that whole part out either, but I guess that's part of cleaning up the egg shells. I like seeing him put really like filling up the bowl of rice up and getting really nice and clean. Sometimes they don't do a really good job on that. You feel like you're not getting the amount of portion that you should be getting.
Yeah, the rice was definitely a good portion. There was a full bowl that was packed in plus a little extra. And so definitely if you think you're going to get lacked or you're not going to get as much rice as you think, but in this place at Mizu, you'll definitely get the rice in which would be more than enough of a bowl of rice than if you're scared that you won't get enough.
Yeah, I think having a teppanyaki, especially if you have young children or you're here for family or something, it's nice. It's a nice show. It's definitely something more entertaining than just having them cook the food and just bringing it out to you. I guess it depends on what you're looking for. I think the ventilation on this one is not bad. I didn't feel like I was smelling like the food when I was walking out, if that makes sense.
You mean as like it's not stuck on you, on your clothes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree in terms of like you don't have to have your tablet. If you're bringing a family in, you have young kids, you don't have to have your kids watch the tablet to kind of, hopefully keep them from being too loud or anything. So with all the kind of acts of the cooking going on and having them watch and kind of interacting with each diner, definitely for kids. Because the family that was there when we first came in, they also had kids, and you can tell that you don't have to have your tablet or phone out for them to watch, and they were actually interacting and watching the food get cooked. So that's always a good aspect to the dining for teppanyaki.
Yeah, I agree. And so if you're in the area and you're looking for something entertaining to eat while you're eating, and you have a family and you have kids with you and you just want something where they can just unplug for a little bit, this could be a good restaurant to bring them to.
And to wrap up the episode are our notables, and unfortunately for this episode we did not have any notables.
And to support our channel, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the YouTube algorithm. And for more photos, follow us on Instagram. See you guys on the next episode.